Alright, here we go. Back at it again. It's your boy Straw Hat, and we're continuing the series where we continue to quest through the War Within. So picking up where we left off, I think we're leaving the village and we're going, I don't know. Let's find out. Let's find out. Where are we off to? The Proscenium. Okay. Heading off to the Proscenium. Hope everybody's having a good day today. Getting some quests in. It's crazy. I think I'm definitely going to hit 80 before I finish the main story quest. So, there's that. But let's see. How far away is the... Oh, okay. Yeah, it's the theater. Okay. Oh, wow.
Damn bugs! They're attacking our injured.
Have you heard anything I need to know?
The Proscenium. The wounded, the Nerubians are kicking the earth in when they're down. Moira suddenly points to the center of the battlefield. There, in the middle, is that Xerix. Again, and Illyria? Oh, mountain's strength be with me. We've got to help them. Champion. Alright.
Three hammers stand as one.
So, the cavalry is here. Belgrim quakes with fury. These cursed Nerubians attacking a triage site. So many wounded and defenseless. And yet, it looks like you Outlanders are putting up a fight. Let's grind every last one of the bugs back into the ground.
Be
Okay.
vigilant. I must defend my people.
Fire in the hole! Who are you? But of course, another Outlander. I'm Windbrant, tamer of Cinder Bees and creator of Cinder Brew. Windbrant squares himself up as if you should be impressed. I had bought barrels of Cinder Brew to help the injured. I thought drinking it would ease their pain, but for most it just caused more burning pain. I refuse to let my brew go to waste. Maybe it can be weaponized. The Nerubians are just bugs after all, organic and flammable. This burrow here is a perfect test subject. Alright.
I'll pick up that Cinder Brew keg. I have an idea. Ha! I knew it would work. Let's
There we
light
go.
them up.
So we're throwing those in there. Alright. And that's cool that, like, I like how sometimes with Blizzard they do cool storytelling where majority of the quests lead up to the dungeons. Like, I know sometimes there are just like random dungeons, but oh wow. But it's funny, I'm covering the old quests because oh wow, that's random. What is that? Oh wow. Oh, held in offhand. Of course, is that even better than what I have? No. Alright. But yeah, I'm covering the beginning of the expansion because right now 11 the new patch basically is trash. Not trash, but I have fun with it, but mainly Blizzard just time gated things a little too hard, and the community is not happy. Say that. But I'm here for the story. I mean, what am I to say? I just started going into Mythics hard actually on my warrior. Prot warrior is actually amazing. My prot warrior, man. Woo. The damage is insane. The survivability is insane. But time for me to see what this Shadow Priest life is like, though. I might go holy too, just to heal when I get to like end game. And it's funny because I feel like you either got to make a choice, which just sucks for those DPS only classes, where it's like, are you going to heal or are you going to tank? Because if you're not in a good guild, you really pugging is atrocious. I was tanking a 4 key earlier. I know a 4 key, that's pretty low. But even that being said, the people was having a hard time. It was the rookery. And they were having a hard time of even standing in the right place to get the spikes. But all fun and well, you know. Gonna try to continue my Delve series and record some more Delve content. But oh, so I did that part and I killed all the Nerubians. But let's kill some more anyway. Boom, bada bing. Alright. And I love how these, like, Blizzard's been making new, like, backpacks, if you will, for players. I would love to have this design as a on my monk. My Brewmaster monk, just carry around a keg on my back. And speaking of that, I think it was, what dungeon is it? I think it's a Battle for Azeroth dungeon. And it's one of the pirates. He has a keg smash animation that I think is pretty cool. And it's like, I wish they gave more animations to the monks, but it's alright. Still the best class in WoW. Change my mind. You can't. I'm going to fly to the rest of these because killing all of them is going to take a while.
Hold on! Help is on the way! Find cover, quickly!
Okay. Oh, that's Anduin. Oh, he's on my back. Oh, wow. Alright. Let's go get this completed. I'm going to try to get really far in the storyline, hopefully. I hope.
I need to target something first.
Oh, wow. Alright.
I will crush you. I will crush all of you. Nerubians, rise.
Where is
Oh.
she? Where is Zalatath? She must suffer for what she has done.
The core way is severed. You will never reach the Harbinger.
And off she goes. Okay. Back to Moira. Speak with...
The sun reappears.
No, oh, okay, there it is. I'm getting confused with the actual... the theater questline stuff. Oh my god, I cannot fly right now. Okay, here we go.
We protect the people.
The cavalry is here. Pilgrim is covered head to toe in Nerubian ichor and blood. Good work, good work, champion. Good gruesome work.
May the edict
All right, that's a
guide
little gross. Mountains fall on me. That was incredible. And now, and to think that we've been drinking the stuff.
Returning to task.
Ugh.
Goodbye.
You need a hammer? And an
Convergence.
open hand.
We know the Nerubians are in league with Zalatath, and we have a fair idea why they attacked us and Dalaran. They seem bent on destroying the Earthen, even kicking them when they're down. But why? Is it because the core way is the key and destroying it was not enough? Maybe what we're doing here, repairing the core way, is just what they don't want us to do. We should go back to Dornagal and try to piece this together. See, I got better with reading that, right?
Your cinder brew makes for quite the weapon, Wenbrand.
Meet us at the Foundation Hall, champion. The fight against the Nerubians is far from over.
Alright. progressing on up with the story. Oh, wait, what? Convergence. I don't think that's, yeah, I was going to say, I don't know why it's telling me to go there, but okay, close that out. I guess because it was start of the hour. Let me know if you guys actually do the theater. I've done it a few times, and it's actually cool if you pay attention to the lore that they're talking about.
I am glad you're back, Adelgon. The council is needed here in Dornagol more than ever.
It is time we stand as one and strike back against the Nerubians.
Well, I'm
All right.
listening.
Convergence. The Earthen Council is reunited. Hopefully they can put aside and get the Corvée repaired. Then hopefully they'll help us with the Nerubians and Zalatath.
You may take
Cool,
your
cool,
leave.
cool. That's an upgrade. We'll put that on. Next quest.
Very good to
Group
meet
effort.
you.
The Unbound have arrived with the equipment and resources needed to begin repairing the Corvée. This is a monumentous occasion, one for the archive. I would not say this to Adelgon, but I see the Titan's hands in it. And now it is time for me to exercise my directive. I have devised a plan for how to organize our workers most efficiently and have also allocated supplies to welcome them. Take these orders to Adelgon's workers so that they can begin in earnest. We will meet you there shortly.
I have Adelgon and I will oversee the repairs. This will be no small task.
Alright, I guess that's it. Let's skedaddle. And you know what? Probably. Oh, wow. Another. What? 30 slot back? Yo, why am I. Oh, this is probably the leveling thing. Yeah, this is probably part of that leveling thing they have going on. I did not even know. Alright, so I just give them orders. Here's your orders, dude. Here's your orders, dude. Alright. And it's crazy to think that there's more to the Corvée than what's at the bottom. Like, it keeps going down, but we just haven't even cleared that pathway yet. Alright.
These repairs will be wasted if we're attacked again. We need to bolster our defenses.
The edicts.
Even
must
with this
be
many workers, the
followed.
Corvée repairs will take time. We need to decide what to do in the meantime.
The eternal titans sculpt your
Alright, calling the Storm Riders. I know the Unbound can repair and unblock the Corvée expediently, but I also know the Nerubians. If they see an opportunity for an ambush, they will take it. With our backs turned and our focus on the Corvée, we are prime targets. I need to rally my Storm Riders and form a perimeter around Dornagol in case of an attack from within or from without. Meet me outside the Storm Perch. I will call upon my troops there.
Fly high. Meet me outside the Storm Perch. We will rally the Storm Riders and protect the Unbound.
Okie dokie. I don't know if I got that much in. Oh, this is going to take us to the Rookery.
Over here. We will fly to the Rookery together.
I totally forgot about that.
What is
Yeah.
your query?
See, that's another thing that's really cool. They made a lot of scenarios where you go and experience the dungeon by yourself. And I think that's really cool because I feel like I'm trying to get my wife into the game as well, and it's like, you know, she's really nervous about going into the dungeon and people saying she's doing a bad job, and, you know, people just being toxic. It's the online community and online games. I mean, toxicity is rampant in Marvel Rivals as is anyway. But this right here that Blizzard does, this is one really cool feature I think that is evergreen and should stay around for those really casual players or people that are just getting involved into the game and want to experience dungeons without the pressure or the, you know, toxic nature of people to, like, you know, call them out on their mistakes and stuff like that. Because where else are people going to learn? You know, I remember when I was first playing a game, and, you know, a guild was there to really help and help you go through the dungeons and all that. Now everybody expects you to just watch a YouTube video, come in and be ready to run keys and all that stuff. So hold up, let me plug in my charger. I know that's a blooper. Okay. Once the Storm Riders are gathered, we will form a perimeter around the coreway to protect the workers. The Nerubians will not catch us unaware a second time. Let me know when you're ready to go. Let's go. Let's stick with Shadow. Alright. And this is actually not even with the War Within. This is actually, what's the name? Dragonflight. They had the follower dungeons. But I like the way that they're weaving it in more with the War Within, where it's like a part of the story. And it allows you to experience more of it too when you go to do the actual dungeon.
Stands the Storm Perch, Outlander. It is the command center and rookery for all Storm Riders. This is highly irregular. Why are these Storm Rooks tethered here?
Thank the Titans you are here. The Storm Perch has been breached, and the Storm Riders corrupted. Hurry! If we free these Storm Rooks, we can fly there and try to end this madness.
Outlander, with me.
And it's funny, one of my early first videos is of me doing this on the PTR, I think. So, full circle moment. And this is what I was talking about in the last video with Balgrim being a tank. Where I think that's pretty cool, because I know everyone's been saying
What are you doing?
Bran is for, like, the beginning stages of an engineer. Like, if the engineers can tank, it would be something like Bran for the Delves. But if Balgrim's tanking here, I think it would be something for the Shaman. Like I said, less additions of classes, more additions of different specs. I think that's what Blizzard needs.
Their own Storm Rooks. Gorin, what have you done?
The title, the glory, it should have been mine, Balgrim.
I don't have a target.
You never deserved to be Stormward.
I left Gorin, my second, in charge of the Storm Perch when I left to investigate your Dalaran's crash. What has that traitor allowed to happen in my absence?
I'm out of range.
I
I don't have a target.
And I don't know if I'm doing it in this scenario. Do I have to full clear or not? I hope not, because I'm not going to. Which, that's going to be interesting if they just start attacking us mad randomly. The whole other side just gets pulled. And no, they're not pulled, but let's hope we can dodge his attacks well enough. Ah. There it is. Which way is it going? Okay, that should be good. Yeah, if it's going this way. Got him.
Rest well, Kyrios. You deserved a better rider than Goran. I will deactivate Goran myself for this sacrilege.
Wow, they're really catering. They're leveling ults right now. This is, I mean, I like it. I'm not mad at it. I'll tell you that. Oh, that's crazy. They were pinging. Let me just fly down. I was tempted to use slow fall, but
Finally, I thought I'd have to fight Goran on my own.
and that's really cool that they
Outlander.
follow you, because I'm
We
trying
will
to
press
skip
forward
that.
and rescue who we can.
Oh dang, don't think we'll be able to. Well, big pull, big pull, big pull. Yo, that's like, imagine that. As a shaman, your chain lightning is like thunderclap, basically. That'd be crazy. Cast Earth Shield on yourself. And I would say too, there's a class in what's it? Power system in DC Universe Online. I think it was like the Earth system or whatever, where you tank, but you have these little golems that help you hold Argo or something. Like you're like tanking for a hunter, if you will.
Their edict has been
Like the
changed
pets
by
kind of
some
hold the Argo and you're just in the
dark
back.
influence.
I don't know. I think that would be cool if they did that for the shamans, where you had totems that even helped you hold Argo more and stuff like that. Just change the spin of the system, you know?
Go, find Volkmar. He will take you to safety.
Oh wait, I didn't even have chat up for the stream. Sorry, chat. I don't know if you said anything. Well, let me see if I could get that up. Slacking. Alright, stream is up there. Oh, going wrong way. This way. That's funny though, because I feel like I'm about to say last episode, last video we did the delve. Now we're doing a dungeon, and it's almost like you can see it's good pacing, introducing the new player to, you know, everything that's going to be in the War Within, or even just the World of Warcraft game system. You know, like these are delves. This is new. These are the dungeons. This is not new. But you need a party. Blah blah blah. Oh wow, I didn't even have the priest buff. That's crazy. Shows you how much I be on this person.
Come then, face me. I will stand proud on the debris of your corpse.
I need a target.
The Void Riders follow me now. I command this rookery by right. Share in my gift. Your death is my directive. Crushed by my power.
I don't even know. Is it time gated? I thought it was based on. Oh, okay, there it is. I thought the void form is based off of how much of the void energy you had. I was like, wow, I'm lasting in that for quite some time. I don't know. Watching Bilgrim do it, I really think the game needs. It should be shaman tanks, and I know shamans are the basic, not the antithesis because that's more Death Knight, but like class-wise, like the origin of the game. I know shamans were the Horde version of paladins because paladins weren't on the Horde, shamans weren't on the Alliance until Burning Crusade. But now that Blizzard doesn't do that anymore, I think they can now really make the classes not the same, but give them the same opportunities, I guess, to tank, to heal. Because then what really would be cool is, I don't know how they would do it, if they then gave paladins a ranged spec. I don't know, because back in like not classic but older World of Warcraft, bro, stacking, when you could stack whatever stats you wanted for your class, that was crazy, and it like affected your abilities. Because I know now, like, if you stack certain stats, they don't really affect your abilities as much. But long story short, when I was I played a paladin back in, I think it was Mr. Pandaria, yeah, and they still had exorcism instead of Blade of Justice, and I stacked intellect. Exorcism was one-shotting, like nothing. I was like, wow. And I just like that kind of freedom of playing the game sometimes. I miss it every now and then, but still, you can still have fun. It was just like you could stack intellect, and that's what you needed to heal more. But then even in your, like, even as a retribution paladin, if I had intellect, I still did a lot more damage. And for me, it was even towards the lore aspect of it, where, yeah, I was a warrior, but I was a warrior of the light, so I was more like magic based, you know. But that's just me yapping away, I suppose. And I like that it is very easy to do this, because like I said too, for the newer players, and you know, at the end of the day, it's a business. They want to get more people playing the game. So I feel like this is a really cool introduction to it. Because then from here, you still have endgame dungeons. Then from there, you have heroics. And then from there, you have the mythic keys. And let me know in the comments about this too, if you made it this far in the video. But the big thing with the new patch, I think it's 11.1.5 that's out, and the time gating, they're talking about, I didn't even know this was a thing, honestly, and that's how it shows how casual I am. But dinars or something like that, it allows you to basically get raid pieces of gear without doing the raid. At least that's what it used to do. I'm picking any one of these because I don't know what they do. But yeah, it was like any piece of gear you could go ahead and get from a vendor. And that was nice because, you know, what if you're farming a certain piece of gear that doesn't drop for you? You know, you get these tokens, you could just go get it. But the uproar is that, like, it's requiring people to beat bosses on Mythic to get those pieces of gear. And I don't see the problem with that. Like, I thought that was the thing about playing an MMO. Like, you to get the best pieces of gear, you go fight the hardest bosses, and you'd walk around the city, and that's why you were so cool. Like, at first it was you see somebody on a mount. Getting a mount in old World of Warcraft? Yo, you know, we were running until level 40. We was using our 2 feet and flight paths till level 40. It was crazy. And now you get a mount at level 20, man. Like, it's, y'all don't know the struggle. And I think that's what's happening now with majority of the player base and all these complaints. People don't know the struggle. And I get it's not a waste of time, but it takes away from the investment of it. And I guess the the triumph of that, you know, like, wow, I put in the hard work, I got this amount of gold, I got it. And I say that to say with the new dungeons or the raid bosses and gear, like, I think that's how it should be, that, you know, you need to beat these bosses to get these pieces of gear. There shouldn't be any way around that. I do like that they did the tier sets. Oh, nice. I do like that they did tier sets. Oh, let me get this. Let me get the lore. Oh, that's all he said.
Let us return to the council. I must report to them.
Okie dokie. Wait, where's my loot? Did I get it? Oh, I hope I did. Oh, don't fall in. But yeah, I think that should be a thing. Where it stays as that, where, you know, you gotta beat these bosses to get this piece of gear. Like, there's no way around that. I do like that they did the tier set thing, where you can get the tier sets and upgrade those. That's as far as it goes. Because I feel like if you don't raid, that shouldn't take away from you getting the tier sets. Because mythics are just as hard, if not harder, than raiding sometimes. Like with the affixes and the difficulty once you get to the higher keys. Like, I think I ended Dragonflight finally doing a 20 key, and I was like, whoa. And there's people busting out 30 and up. I'm just like, I don't know how y'all do that. But there's a prestige to it. That's why they had the best gear.
Near the meadery. It must be after the Cinder Brew.
And without the Storm Riders.
Okay. Now I feel like I went ahead and went on a wild tangent and didn't talk about that dungeon at all. So he went in there. That was the Rookery. Basically, like he said, went in there to get some reinforcements, but they've been corrupted by the Harbinger. She's in there giving them, you know, voidy powers, and everybody's corrupted in there. So that was basically the Rookery. All right, calling the Storm Riders. The entirety of the Rookery? I see. At least the source is destroyed. I lament the loss of so many Storm Riders, but if the corruption has spread to Dornagal, it would have been clipped for everybody.
We must talk later.
Alright. So again, I think, boom, we finished the scenario, finished the quest. Last repairs. With my Storm Riders inactive, Dornagal is undefended. Save a handful of lay peacekeepers. If the Nerubians attack us here again, Dornagal will fall, and all of us with it. It is imperative we draw them away from the city and take out their commander. We can and will make our web and capture Zerix in it. I have a plan. And tune in next time to see that plan, and I'll cover that lore bit next time. Straw Hat Brody out.